Today I'll be showing the kinetic anatomy of throwing a frisbee. So first is the preparation phase, the stance. The thrower begins in a staggered stance with feet shoulder width apart and your non-dominant foot forward, and your weight distribution. Weight is mostly on the back foot initially. So usually this is how it starts, but the kinematics are angular displacement of the trunk, which occurs, low velocity but increasing muscular tension. So your body's pretty much pulling on itself back like a slingshot, getting ready to throw the frisbee. And that's the initial start of this phase. Next, I'll be going over the acceleration phase, the step forward. All right, the front foot steps towards the target. This begins the kinetic chain, transferring force from the ground up. Hips rotate rapidly toward the target, leading the movement and initially angular acceleration of the upper body. Sequential energy transfer. Energy is transferred from the legs, hips, trunk, shoulders, arm, and wrist, and disc, or to the disc. I'm trying to do this all at one take, but the kinematics are linear acceleration of the body toward the target. And then there's angular velocity of the hips and shoulders as it increases. This phase is where the greatest power is generated through coordinated rotation and timing. Torque is critical in this phase. The follow-through phase. The biomechanics behind this are momentum is dispersed in continuation of the rotation. The trunk, arm, and shoulder continue to rotate toward the target. Deceleration, muscles contract to slow down your movements pretty much. And yeah, the kinematics are gradual decrease in angular and energy is safely dispersed throughout the body rather than abruptly stopped. Momentum conservation allows for smooth finish, maintaining balance. And that's pretty much it for that part. In general, ground reaction forces, GRF, initiated by pushing off the ground in sequential kinetic chain, lower body, trunk, arm to disc. Simple as that. Rotational torque. This is generated by trunk and hip rotation. If you don't know already, I'm giving out the list of steps in summary. Timing and coordination, key for maximizing power and accuracy. Any delay or disruption, I just said that wrong, in this sequence can cause a failure to perform this movement. So you can't really throw a frisbee if you're failing to do any of this. So yeah, that was that was the whole describing the phases in summary, you know? I don't really know how to end a video. This is my first time making a video in general. So I'm just gonna voice sing an outro. That's Skrillex.